Howdy farm hands, my name is Gadda, and welcome to Minecraft! This is a little different than the stuff that we normally do. There's no cakes, we're not in my kitchen. We're not playing Starbound either. Nope, we're playing Minecraft today. Trying to fulfill a lifelong dream of becoming a fancy Minecraft YouTuber. Granted, this isn't YouTube, this is Twitch, but you know, I'll take what I can get. So today we're playing in a little mod pack that I've thrown together for me and a couple of friends. A lot of cool stuff that I've enjoyed playing with in the past, some new stuff that I haven't really tried out yet. But the main goal of the pack is that we're going to build a farm, which is really on brand for me, and something that I feel like we could probably have a really fun time doing. So yeah, this is going to be a survival series. I'm not going to be cheating anything in. So I guess the first thing we're going to have to do is switch back into first person and see what we had to start off with. I have this little campsite behind me that I built in my free time before I started the show. This is where we're going to have our little home base for the time being. This is just temporary. We're probably going to have to build ourselves a proper farmhouse right off the bat here. This is from the camping mod by Mold, I believe is the name. And we have some stuff in here. We got a bed we can sleep in, we have an inventory, and let me just pull out some of the stuff that I've collected. Got some bone meal, got some basic wood, and let's look around real quick. I flew around a bit and chose this area specifically because we have this mountain behind us, which I think we could build something on, something in, maybe put like a mine that starts up there and goes down into the mountain. That'd be cool. But then we have this big open field over here, once it loads in. And there's a lot of space. We got some forest over there, got a swamp over that way. There's a desert around here somewhere too. But we have this big open space that we can use to build up the farm of our dreams. Now, what are we actually going to be growing? That depends. One of the mods we have on the server is called Serene Seasons, and it's actually responsible for this ice goes in here. Every so often, it'll switch from season, from spring to summer, summer to fall, fall to winter, and the weather and the area around you changes depending on the season. But with that, actually, let me just go ahead and break one of these gardens here, one of these wild gardens, and get some of the stuff from Pam's Harvest Craft. Now you can see in here, you hover over it. Well, actually, yeah, here we go, the peas. So different crops have different fertile seasons. So the peas will grow in the spring, summer, and the autumn. This just means that if you have one of these crops planted during an off-season, they won't continue growing. They'll just kind of freeze in time. You can't get anything out of them. So it pays to pay attention to what crops you're growing, what time of year it is, and what you actually are able to grow. I'm going to go ahead and actually break all of these, gather all this up, and see what kind of stuff we have. Foraging for plants is going to be the main way that we get new seeds and new crops. So we're going to want to keep an eye out for these gardens out in the world. Let's see what we got. We got cauliflower, celery, oats, we got beet, can't grow beets yet, it's currently spring, broccoli, rye, cotton. Some of these don't actually have fertile seasons, which I think might be an issue with the Serene Seasons mod maker not being able to keep up with Pam's Harvest Craft. Let's see, peas and the huckleberry and the kohlrabi. So I don't know, are these going to be able to grow all year round? We'll have to see. For right now, let's just keep these in our inventory in case we get a little peckish. And let's start doing some basic Minecrafty stuff. First things first, we're definitely going to want to chop down some of these trees to get a little bit of wood. I have some on me, but I kind of want to also get some of this here. What is it, spruce? I think it's spruce. Yeah, it is spruce. Get some dark spruce wood. That's nice. This takes forever, though. You kind of forget how long it takes to punch things down once you've gotten used to having the tools. And there we go. That's one tree down. Oh, also grab some saplings, too. Nice. We come over this way, we can make ourselves a crafting bench, so we can skip the whole punching wood thing, which would be nice. And we could start off with some wooden tools, but we already have some cobblestone that I cobbled together. What on earth was that? Was that you? Yeah, it's a goat. Was that you? Like EWE? I'm hilarious. Oh, are you trying to get some water, buddy? Oh man, all the water here is kind of broken into, isn't it? Let's Let's see if we can't break some of this ice for him. Here you go, buddy. Over here. Over here. Let's push him a little bit. There you go. Yeah. His head went down. It's bobbing. There you are. How's that? That better? Good sheepy. I don't know what sheep actually eat, so I don't know how I can tame you just yet. But if you hang around, maybe you'll be our friend, huh? How does that sound? Alright. Let's get back to making our tools and whatnot. So we have the axe. We also are going to want a pickaxe. And we are going to want probably a sword, just in case any nasty beasties show up. Oh, and a hoe. Can't forget the hoe. And there we go. And there's all of our basic tools for us. Fantastic. Now with some basic tools, yeah, this is much faster. Much faster. We can go ahead and chop down all these trees and get the wood that we need. You'll notice when I actually finish bashing down the trunk of a tree that the leaves kind of really quickly dissolve. That's another mod we had. I forget the actual... Oh, come on! You've got to be kidding me! Let's do this. Yeah. But the trees will dissolve really quickly. I forget which mod it actually is because, I'll be honest with you, I have not played a single instance of modded Minecraft without a mod like this installed. Waiting for trees to dissolve the vanilla way is the absolute worst. I was actually playing vanilla Minecraft with some friends recently, and I bashed down a tree and I waited for all the leaves to like pop off like this, and they didn't because it was vanilla, and it was kind of upsetting actually. It was kind of sad. Alright, so that's half of that forest taken down. We should probably take these spruce saplings and replant them. Just to be nice to the environment and to make sure that we have a constant source of wood coming in. We're going to be building a lot of stuff on this series, so we might as well have a whole bunch of wood available. And speaking of building things, let's go ahead and make, let's see, let's turn half of this into planks. What I want to do is I want to make a bulletin board. A bulletin board is going to be a place where we can put up signs and make notes on things that we want to make. So let's go ahead, stick here, and planks like so. Yeah. And let's make 9 of these. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yes, so we can make notes, and we can keep track of what we're working on, and what we need to do next. Now, the campsite is back there. I don't want to demolish the bulletin board once we're done, so I should probably keep in mind where I want the house to be. I kind of want the house to be around this away. So let's put the bulletin board down here on this level. Let's see here. Do I want to do logs? Yeah, let's do logs. So put a log here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 1 here. And then we're going to use the spruce wood planks to go 3 high. Let me pop. Yeah, 3 high. Like so. Alrighty then. This is simple enough. We can come by with, we get some more fancy stuff and decorate a bit more. But up top, let's put 2, that's do. 2 do list, there we go, of things to do. Alrighty then. So there's that. What things do we want to do? Well, number 1, we're going to need basic materials. So we're going to need, we already have wood, so we're going to need a mine, right? We're going to need crops, which we kind of already have. And then we're going to need animals, right? Once we have these 3 in place, we can kind of let them run in the background, gather the stuff off screen as we need it, and then use them for cool stuff when we're actually recording. As for things to build, let's put buildings, right? And I want a farmhouse. somewhere nice and cozy where I can put my feet up and do all my cooking and stuff. Not, ooh, with a nice kitchen. That'll be fun. We're also going to need a barn in which we can keep all of our animals and our crops and whatnot. But beyond that, we're also going to want something, maybe a silo or maybe just a shed. Yeah, just a shed, I think. Like a tool shed. That sounds better. Tool shed. Alrighty then. Alright, what else? I think starting off, just those two categories are the main things we want to worry about. Yeah. If there's anything that we haven't listed here that you guys think we should probably have a focus on for the early game, go ahead and mention it, either in chat right now or in the comments after the fact, depending on when you're watching this. And we'll add it to the list, because we have plenty of space to add more stuff here, I think. Now, I've been eyeing this place a lot, and I'm thinking that we could put a pretty cool looking mine right up there. But in order to get up there, we're going to need some sort of mechanism, some stair-like apparatus from which we can access that top layer. So let's go ahead, let's craft, I want to make some fences. What do we need for that? Let me actually look in here. Fence. We've got a number of fences. Jungle upgraded fence. Ooh, that looks fancy. Oak upgraded fence. How do we make these? We need actual fences around a log block. Do we have a spruce one? Yes, we do. Spruce fence. Okay. How do you make actual fence? So that's 2 sticks and then 4 planks, and you get 3 fence out of it. We have some sticks. We get 8. So we can make 8 times 3. That's what? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. That's 24. We can get 24 fence out of this before we gotta start breaking into our wood. Let's go ahead and use spruce, as that's what we have the most of. I'm gonna have to go out and find some more oak elsewhere. So let's do like this. Alright. And make a whole bunch of this. And while we're at it, let's make a bunch more sticks. Just so we have them. There we go. Almost a full stack. I can work with that for now. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and start building this mine. Alrighty then, so the mine. I knew that I definitely wanted to use the natural building, the natural spawn of the mountainside here to build something. And building a mine in the very tippy top in that nice little crevice seems like the best option. To start off with, we're going to need the lower level. I put a staircase leading up to a lower platform to give it some sort of structure, to make it look like it actually could hold its own weight. I started putting down some of these spruce fences to make it look as though it's being held up and not just floating in the air. And you can see that I started actually filling in, making a little bit of a cage with the spruce fences. I knew that eventually baddies would start spawning underneath the stairs, and I figured instead of trying to find some awkward way of lighting it up, I could just go ahead and enclose it so even if they do show up, they can't get to me. Now at this point, I started looking at the actual shape of the mountain. I know that I want to go along with the shape and not alter it too much, but all that dirt just looks kind of gross. So I started clearing that away, and once we have the actual stone revealed, I can take a better stock of what I'm working with and decide where I want the individual platforms that we will walk up and down to reach the higher level. I figured that this was where I wanted to put the actual entrance to the mine. You can see here I've started carving out where that's going to be. Not too far, we'll do that later. But once I've decided where that opening was going to be, I built out a platform and started working on the stairs heading down. Now instead of one long single staircase, I wanted to kind of wrap around and follow the path of the mountainside itself. Unfortunately, gravity is kind of an issue when you're not building in survival, so as you can see I'm kind of hopping all over the place trying to find the right position so I can put these stairs in place. And I'm having a bit of a hard time with it. The stairs like to rotate themselves based on my position. And with the constant threat of gravity pulling me down, I have to be very careful. Use a spruce wood fence to kind of denote where to kind of give it some support. And from there, I continue working my way down. Now, unfortunately, I did have to carve away a little bit of the mountainside, and I have to constantly make sure that I can actually walk up and down these. There needs to be like a 2-high block gap in order for my character to actually make it through. Now, around here I started running into some problems. I wanted it to connect to the lower platform, but I also didn't want to switch to a single block wide staircase. I still wanted that 2-block wide. It's around here that I realized that my plan wasn't really going to work out as I intended. Okay, so I'm flying around in creative mode now. You can see the little recording thing in the upper corner. That's from the replay mod, which is from that fly around you've been receiving up until now. I wanted to pop over in creative mode to show you. I realized I have a bit of a problem. You see, if I continue down the way it is, I have to make the entrance over here, but I already made the entrance over here. So what I'm probably going to do is, and this is full transparency, I'm deleting all this. I'm just gonna go ahead and bash through it. I thought about it, and I was like, how can I swing this so it seems like I totally meant to do that, but I have no way of taking care of this. I messed up. Okay, well, on to part 2. I did kind of like this bit, though, the spiral staircase. So maybe if I just make a spiral staircase starting from here and then going up, I'd have to cut into the stone a little bit. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's remove all this. And leave this upper platform, but then do a spiral staircase type thing on the other side, leading up to the entrance here. With a new plan in mind, a spiral staircase, I start carving away the mountain to make room for it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go against my previous plan of making it as natural as possible, but as long as we keep most of the mountain in place, it should look alright. This is significantly slower going, as I have to make sure that I can build up as I'm going along, as opposed to having the mountainside itself to work with. You can see I'm constantly shifting to make sure I don't fall off the side, and once I check to make sure that it's going to be high enough for me to walk through, I put in some more supports for the bottom, and I keep working my way up. Now, once I got around to this point, I started to worry that I wasn't actually going to be able to make them match up, that I'd get to a point where the platform I already put in place would be too low. But thankfully, my fears were unfounded, and it actually managed to work out almost perfectly. The only downside was that I constantly had to keep chipping away at that mountain. It still looks pretty natural, and it looks alright, but I really wish I could have figured out a way to actually keep the mountain as is and just build on top of it. Add in some more of that spruce fence to make sure I don't fall off, and this mine is almost ready for operation. Alrighty then, guys, and here it is, the final product. We went through quite a few trees trying to make this actually become a reality, but here it is. Oh, and there's the sheep. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? You like it? I kind of like it. So I added a couple of protective measures around the outsides. Just having everything be free floating with no kind of barrier between the landings and the open air. Excuse me, I'm trying to record a Minecraft series. Could you mind? Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want OSHA coming down on me, so I figured I should probably go up and down and add some basic stuff to keep me from falling if I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, which is entirely a possibility. So let's run all the way up here real quick, just so you can see the view from up here. Oh, I added a roof too. I don't think I did that in the flyby, but I added a quick roof just because it seemed a little weird just to not have anything covering this area. Since we have this nice natural dirt covering going on over here, I'll probably replace that at some point. But yeah, from up here you can see pretty much the entire field. There's a few chunks out there that won't properly load, but that's okay. So once we start putting some stuff out there, some buildings and whatnot, the view from up here is going to be quite nice. And you can see I already dug out a little bit of a mine behind me. I'll probably actually make the mine proper next episode. I'm kind of exhausted from all the up and down and running out of material to make nerd poles with. One more thing before we do go is that down here I was looking at it and I was in creative mode doing a flyby, and I noticed that the balance of the build is a little off because we have all of this stuff with this side, and then over here there's like a whole lot of nothing. So I figure we could probably dig this out and then use the cobblestone from it to make a wall of furnaces. Maybe have a crafting bench and a chest over here too, so that when we come out of the mine, we just walk down here and we have everything that we need to go ahead and smelt up everything that we've collected. That sounds like a good idea to me. How about you, Sheepy? What do you think? No opinion? The time that I ask you for your opinion, you don't have one to give. Is that how it is, huh? Oh, okay. Well, don't talk back to me. Don't sass me, young man. Alright, so let's go ahead and make just a bunch of these. Well, we can only make 3. I guess it'll have to do. And let's real quick. Now let's use the rest of the spruce wood. Might as well. There we go. So let's zip back up here. It's kind of a walk getting from the campsite up, but I think it should be fine. So put this here, and then we'll do 1, 2, and 3. All right, and we'll have another wall, more furnaces to fill this wall in, rather, and that'll be good, I think. Alrighty then, guys. That should just about do it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye now. Oh, you're still here? Did you want to? Yeah, hold on. Just a second. Let me just, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.